Hello, hello. Welcome to Tapping Tuesday. I am Amanda, and for the next hour, we are going to engage with each other in EFT, otherwise known as emotional freedom techniques, otherwise known as tapping. So, this and this, we're going to do a lot of that. Let me give you a quick rundown of how this goes. If this is your first time here, welcome. If it is not your first time here, welcome back. I'm so glad to have you again. I keep wanting to say see you again. I feel like I see you, even if I don't see you. You know what I mean? So if I say see you, that's what I mean. Um, so the way this works is set up much like an EFT tapping session. I don't go into explanations on what tapping is or the different techniques that are involved, the clinical studies that have been done on it. All of that's fascinating and amazing to learn. But this hour is for you to experience tapping because even knowing all of the incredible facts about it, the experience of it is different, and it gives you validation in a different way. So if you are interested in the science and all of the other things that I mentioned, we have hundreds of videos on our YouTube channel, which is EFT Universe. You can just put it in the search bar and it'll pop right up, and you can find all of those answers there. You can also always email me, and I'll talk about that in a second. As we tap, there are a few ways that you can be involved in it. Just following along with me, first of all. And if you want to make a suggestion, all of the tapping that we do is a conglomerate of suggestions that our community puts out. One is by the live chat that we have going throughout the whole session, and another is by emailing me. Um, if what you're wanting to tap on is too vulnerable for you to put out there to the whole wide world, you can always email me, and then I will bring it up at the next tapping session because I don't check my email while we're tapping here live together. So if you want it to be addressed now, then put it in the chat. Otherwise, you feel free to email me anytime. Also, any questions that you have, any clarifications on tapping, I'm here for you to assist you and support you on your EFT experience. Um, if you're wondering what to put in the chat, it can be anything. It can be something that's in your way or something that you don't have that you want to have included with where you are right now. It doesn't have to be the biggest thing in the world. Anything that is annoying, overwhelming, anything that you would call like a negative emotion that you're feeling something with, all of those work. I do my best to incorporate as many suggestions as I can. I will guide you on how to adjust what I'm saying to make it to where it can fit for you if the way that I phrase something just isn't quite hitting the spot for you. Um, there are tapping points that are acupoints that we use on the upper half of the body. I sometimes tap through all the points, like you see in lots of tapping videos, but here I tend to stay a lot on the hand, and sometimes I'll stay on the chest a long time as well. The reason that I do that is because I want you to be involved in what's happening in your own body and in your own mind. What I don't want is for you to feel pressured to keep track of me on the screen and going, oh, did she move? Oh, she did. Oh, I did. This is great. She's already here. And that's going to pull you out of the benefit that I'm trying to offer to you. So I will stay on the hand point. Please give yourself the empowerment to move to whatever point is working for you. If one's uncomfortable, if you wear glasses, you can skip this point. It's okay. As long as you're tapping on a point, you're going to receive the benefits that EFT has to offer for you. Okay, that was a big mouthful. I'm going to say hello in the chat first. I do have a few community emails to incorporate into all of the suggestions today, and then we'll get right to tapping. So, okay. Hello, Dr. Scott. Thank you for seeing me. Hello, Anne. Oh, my absolute pleasure. Thank you for being here with me. Anya, hello. Hello, Mama Hutch. See, love and support every day. Yay. Oh, I'm so glad. I'm so glad it's giving hope. Hi, Donette. It's nice to have you and see you. MJR, hello. Okay, family drama and trauma. Okay, I hear you. Hello, Lissy. Oh, thank you. I used to not like the color pink, and now I really enjoy it. Hello, Zarina. Hello, Tanya. I'm glad that you're here too. Okay. Oh, and Ellie, hello. I'm looking forward to tapping with you too. Alrighty, I'm going to, well, let's see. Yeah, I'm going to share with you the community emails first. We'll do a quick grounding and then we'll get into tapping. So if you have suggestions, feel free to go ahead and put them in the chat now if that works for you. The emails that I received over this past week was a community member who said that they would like to tap on forgiving oneself for wrong decisions of the past. It is something that we've tapped on, I think, once, but this is so relevant, right? Because what kind of fits in this box is not just things that we may have actively chosen that we knew at the time of choosing, like this is a wrong choice, but I'm so emotional, I'm gonna do what my emotions feel rather than talk myself out of it. um, it could be something that, looking back with hindsight, which is unfair, but we do it all the time, um, and embarrassed or other emotions about the choice that we made when maybe we did the best we could at the time. But we have a tendency to judge ourselves regardless, and it is a heavy weight. Sometimes there are restitutions to make, right? Where we need to tell someone sorry, try to make reparations. But that's hard to do without getting maybe some other things out of the way, giving ourselves the best support to move into a better place. So I appreciate that suggestion. Another community member wrote in and they were overwhelmed to the point of tears at the time. I did answer them individually, but I also wanted to bring it up here. And they were stating that they're stuck, they're having social anxiety. That's a really big obstacle for them. They've been tapping for months on it without any improvement and asked me to help them understand where to start. And I appreciate this because anytime we're stuck on anything for months, that is a really good clue that it doesn't feel safe, because you can unweave everything else, but it's just like you can't tap and say, I really want to be able to stick my head in a fire. Like right now I'm afraid to stick my head in a fire. You could tap out the fear. I that, and this is a silly illustration. And I know that I did that on purpose, but you're never going to be able to tap away that, like, but this is dangerous, because your body is that's a physical, literal protection. And that's going to stay stuck. You can't talk your body into that disillusionment without going really above and beyond in different ways. People can talk themselves. That's not what we're doing. I'm going to drop that. I'm not going to get into that conversation. Big tangent. Um, but if something is stuck and you've tried like the usual routes of tapping, I forgive myself, I love myself, I support myself, it's okay that I want this, and something is still stuck, then asking yourself, is this safe? Even if you've tapped on it, is this safe? And you felt good at that time, go back and re-ask, do I still feel that it's safe, or has it come back that it's unsafe? Because there are big things that can have multiple roots. Okay, I'm going to leave that there. So sticky things you can tap on for forever that just aren't releasing. And the last one is kind of what was left over. We tapped on at the very, very end of last week's session, which was not blaming yourself or taking on the blame for everything that goes wrong when it's not really fair to do that, or feeling that you deserve to not get what you wanted because you failed at perfection in your try. So those are the offers that I have from outside of this moment. Let's go ahead and get grounded, and then I saw that some messages came in. I'll revisit those, and then we'll choose our first tap and go from there. So go ahead and just give yourself a moment, give yourself permission to move around and find the most comfortable position for you. It may be standing, it might be walking, it might be laying down. Maybe you want to wrap a blanket around your shoulders. Maybe you want a glass of ice water. Maybe you need to go to the bathroom. If you have to go to the bathroom, go right now. You'll miss the least amount of stuff right now, I promise. Um, Give yourself permission for these things. And as you're doing those, go ahead and take a breath. We're going to do like a quicker version of grounding. So let me know if you feel like it's effective. Go ahead and just notice how dense your body feels. Like, how full does it feel of your presence? Do you feel kind of hollow? Like you're not really present? A lot of you is kind of out somewhere else. Or do you feel like you're pretty present in this moment? If you want to give a percentage, you can, but just you have that. And now what we're going to do is taking our hands, we're just going to rub them together with intention of, we're going to invite ourselves into our body, into this moment with our hands. And you can physically touch your body. You can just kind of hover. This isn't necessarily intended to be energy work, but more of like a representation of a physical action to invite the outcome that we're looking for. Okay. Although energy work is great. And if that works for you, fine, but that's not exactly what we're doing. Okay, so go ahead and take your hands and place them on or around your head and say out loud or think to yourself, I invite my presence to be in the space of my head. And I invite my presence to be in the space of my heart and my chest. And I invite my presence to be in the space of my shoulders, my biceps, my lower arms, my hands and my fingers. Place your hands on your abdomen. I invite my presence to fill this space of my belly, of the rest of my trunk. You can place your hands on your back, however is most comfortable for you. Here, maybe your low back. I invite my presence to fill this space of my back. Go ahead and take a breath here. And hips. I invite my presence to fill this space of my hips. And I invite my presence to fill the space of my thighs, front and back, my knees, my lower leg, my ankles, my feet, and my toes. Go ahead and take a breath. Now go ahead and check in. Do you feel more dense? Do you feel more present? And did that work for you? That's if it does, we can do it again. If not, then I'll skip it for when we need a short grounding. But moving on, let me see. Hello, Zahara. Oh, the pre-verbal session was amazing last week. Yes. Yes, I'm so glad you were able to go. Hi, John. Okay, so a second for past mistakes, overwhelm, burnout, exhaustion. Okay, thank you, John. Grounding myself daily helps me feel safe before tapping. I love that. Thank you for that, Mama Hutch. And general anxiety, overwhelm. I appreciate that. Ellie, Possible to include feeling safe, embracing life's challenges as they come. Yes. Would you say, Ellie, that that's like a trust? Like trusting the situation, trusting that you're going to be okay, like a belief in yourself, like I can do this, I've got this, I'm capable. What words would you attach to a little bit more specific if you want to answer? You don't have to. Enjoy dealing with old sabotage patterns. Aren't those fun? Thank you for your suggestion. Very relatable. Hello, Bart in Belgium. Um, oh, Zahara, you got cut off. Okay, can we tap on being present, past things we did and knew were wrong? Sometimes we do bad things. Yeah, absolutely. That's been brought up. So perfect. Hello, Baraka. Social anxiety disorder. Yes. I actually already brought social anxiety up. We had that suggestion through an email, um, through an anonymous community member. So perfect. I love that we're on track with each other today. Um, let's first tap on the past because that always affects the future or the present, right? So I'm going to first guide on forgiving oneself, letting go of the past. Oh, Elizabeth, no, there is not a recording of the pre-verbal session because of the sensitivity of the nature of that type of workshop. We don't ever record those. So I'm sorry. Okay, Ellie, thank you for answering. Christina, procrastination, self-sabotage, avoidance of self-responsibilities. Okay, I think a lot of these are going to tie into kind of the same themes. So that's why I'm smiling. I'm excited about this. Okay, so back to focusing on shaming, judging, punishing oneself for the past, specifically things that you did wrong, that you knew were wrong, things that you chose wrong when you did the best guess that you could, things that you chose wrong when you got good advice, but you ignored it, things that you chose wrong when you got what you thought was good advice and you trusted it and it ended up going poorly. Small things, big things, ongoing things. Maybe you made the same wrong decision 50 times before you changed, or maybe you're still making a decision and you're going, I don't know why I do this, but can I please stop? All of those things are relevant for how we're about to tap. So choose one and have that in your mind. And the wording that I'm going to use, I think I'm going to say, even though I can't forgive myself for not getting it right. And I'll switch up the wording, multiple times through the tap, but that's where I'm going to start. So if that doesn't work for you, go ahead and choose different words. Please change anything that I say to where it's most relevant for your mind and your body, because that's where the change is going to occur. I am just here to give you support and offer suggestions and guide you through something that can be difficult to navigate on your own. Okay. Go ahead and start tapping if you haven't. As I consider all of these mistakes from my past, I do my best to deeply and completely accept myself. Even before I do anything else except acknowledge these mistakes from my past, I choose right now to deeply and completely accept myself, even though I don't yet have a good reason to. and I haven't proven myself, and I may not feel worthy to yet. I still choose right now, as I acknowledge all of these mistakes, to deeply and completely accept myself anyway. I wonder, why would I do that? Why would I accept myself when these mistakes burn so deeply in me and they feel heavy and gross? And maybe it even feels better to not accept myself. Why would I say that I'm working to accept myself? I wonder, where did I learn that my worth is tied to my perfection? That my value as a person only exists so long as I pass the line that's been set of acceptable. I may have an idea. I may not be certain. But whether or not I know who taught me that my value and my worthiness exists based on criteria, I am open to exploring a different perspective right now. I am open to categorizing myself and my worth and my value in a different way. I wonder if there is a pass fail on how worthy or unworthy I am. What is that line? Does it exist only at 100% and 99% is a fail? Or can I get away with like 90%, 80%, 60%? As I consider where this past line that I have operated by might live in terms of what's a pass and what's a fail, I hold space for myself. I hold space to discover a different tool of measurement. I wonder, why do I need a tool of measurement for myself? Why does this exist? Why did I accept such intense terms in the first place? Maybe it's because I just thought that's how things worked. Maybe it's because it was given to me by someone that I loved and trusted. And maybe it's because I truly believe that's how I know if I'm doing well and if I am a good person. Whether or not I have reasons for having a measuring system for myself, I wonder, does this measuring system help me become a better person? Or does it feel more like This current measuring system punishes me for being a not perfect person. A not perfect person. Punishment. Punishment for mistakes. Punishment for choices. Physical punishment. Emotional punishment. Mental punishment. For not being a perfect person. Even if I have spent a lot of time and a lot of energy punishing myself because of my past, I choose right now to have compassion for myself and to hold space for a different outcome from now on. I wonder, despite how this system of measurement feels, is it the best system overall? If this is a system that is only beneficial to me if I'm perfect, let's think about this. I wonder, let's say it's possible for me to be perfect. There are some things that I can do perfectly. I can draw a perfectly straight line. I can draw a perfectly circular circle. Maybe I have to use tools, but it's possible. I can maybe create something that someone else looks at and says, it's perfect. Perfection does happen. So it's not impossible, but it is really, really hard. And it takes a lot of effort and maybe a lot of do-overs and a lot of time. So am I a better person, a happier person, a more successful person by measuring myself with this tool, by striving for perfection? Is that my best option? Yes, absolutely. No way. I know no successful people who operate off of this. Whether or not some or all of me believes that this measurement of perfection is my best chance of being the person I'm supposed to be, I allow myself to continue questioning and curiosity. Well, I wonder, if I'm not striving to be perfect, what other measurements can I use? How can I look back on my past mistakes and not make them again? How can I find a way to forgive myself or forgive others, or to feel like a good person, or look at someone else and determine if they're a good person? What can I use? Well, what do I currently use for everyone else but me? I mean, do I hold other people to the same level of expectation as I do myself? Or do I hold compassion and belief in others because of how they're trying, because of what their intention was, because of how they apologize afterwards, and because they learn and they change and they grow? Those all sound like really good ways to support myself and encourage myself to become the person that I feel like I'm supposed to be. I wonder, can I accept this for myself? Can I hold space to begin accepting these as my tools of measurement right now? Yes. No. I don't know whether or not right now I feel like I can accept these tools. I hold space for them to just surprise me. Maybe they just show up in my life. Maybe a good beginning is for me to just hold space so that they can exist. But how does this affect my past? Because I can't change that. Even if I change the way I measure my future, I can't change how things happen in my past. But maybe I can change how I look at my past. I can change how I'm applying judgment to myself. Maybe some of the judgment is warranted in some cases, and it's something that I genuinely won't choose into again. But maybe I can hold compassion even there and say, yeah, that was negative and not good, and I've changed, and I don't want that again. And maybe I can be proud of myself for making that shift. And I can let the energy of something that happened a long time ago out. Just release it and not allow it to be a part of this current equation. Releasing my past. Allowing my past to be the past, to no longer calculate it into my present. Allowing myself to move on, to receive knowledge and wisdom and the things that help me in becoming who I feel I'm meant to be, and releasing everything that showed me who I am not meant to be. And as I allow myself to continue to explore this new system of measurement, I deeply and completely accept myself. Okay. Pause on tapping and take a deep breath. And take just a moment and feel into what it is that you tapped on, and how do you feel about it now versus when we started? And if during that tapping you were yawning or stretching, crying, sighing, you feel sleepy, you feel invigorated, you're smiling, you're giggling, you feel hopeful, those are all really positive signs that your subconscious brain heard what you were saying and said, yeah, I like this. I like this rewrite. Let's operate from this place from now on. So good job. Good job if you reach that. Okay, let's move on to our next tap. Let's see. Hi, Karen. You live in a community with many cliques. That's tough. That can feel lonely. I would like to tap to be less reactive to their power. Boy, do I feel that. That's something that I would bump up against as well. So I hear you. Um, oh, Anya, I feel relief from tension. Yay. I'm so glad. Thank you for sharing. Um, okay. I know there's a lot about interaction with other people. Um, let's go ahead and tap on social issues. So we had from Baraka, the social anxiety, and Karen, the social struggle with the choices of others that are affecting you. I just want to scroll. If it will let me. There we go. Um, John, let me know if that helped you with what you threw up here and suggested, if that last tap met your need. I think this MJR, this could also fit for you and your family drama and trauma. I don't know what's all encompassed in that trauma. Um, and maybe even Ellie for some of the feeling safe, embracing life challenges. This could, if you wanted to kind of shift the words that I'm using, this could fit for that. Okay. Oh, Tanya, bald side, 10 to 0. Oh, yay. Oh, you're so welcome. And congratulations. That's huge. Good work. Good work. Yay. Oh, thank you for Christina for yours as well. And Donette. Yay. Perfect. Love it. Okay. All right. I got to refocus. Getting all excited. So let's take these pieces on the effects of other people that, let's see, we could go, even though I'm affected by other people, even though I can't control the effect other people have on me, because that's something else too, right? With someone who's an empath, we're affected by other people. And sometimes that can feel like, I want to be able to control this. I want to be able to shut it off. But then like, but not really, but I don't want your energy. And that can be a struggle in and of itself, because then it's just a self-judgment for something that's already heavy, you know? So let's see. I'm just going to say feelings, even though I have feelings about how I'm affected by other people. Okay. And Baraka will throw in, I'll add in some language that makes it a little bit more applicable to like social anxiety, not just conflict. Okay, let's go ahead and start tapping. And if you have a circumstance with like a single person or a group of people, if it's a certain scenario, past, present, future, we should be able to touch on whatever situation lies within that boundary. Just be specific and change my words to what makes sense for you. Okay. As I consider how affected I am by other people. I deeply and completely accept myself. Even though, as I consider how affected I am by other people, I feel big feelings throughout my body. I still choose to deeply and completely accept myself. I acknowledge that these feelings are valid. I acknowledge that these feelings are real and their effect on me is real. I acknowledge that they're getting in my way. They're getting in my way of my health, of my mood, maybe of my goals, of my environment. I don't want that, but I don't know how to change that. Even though right now I don't know how to change how affected I am by other people, I still choose to deeply and completely accept myself. It's okay that I'm affected by other people. And it's okay that I have big feelings about it. Of course, I have big feelings about it. That makes so much sense. It matters to me. It really matters to me. So, of course, I'm going to have big feelings about it. So, I give myself permission right now to release any judgment that I'm holding against myself for having big feelings about this. It's okay, and it makes a lot of sense. So, I release my judgment against myself. And instead, I choose to wonder. I wonder, did these big feelings start because of these people in my life? Or have I had these feelings before them? And ooh, they just really know how to trigger it. These feelings, these feelings in my body, these feelings in my body connected to other people. I wonder, what is it that I'm afraid of? What is it that I'm worried the outcome will be? That if these people in this circumstance, including myself, continue to behave in this way, what does that mean? What does it mean about me as a person? And what does it mean about my future? My future. who I am, who they are, what I want, what they want, what I deserve, what they deserve. As I allow myself to consider these questions and gain this clarity, I deeply and completely accept myself. I wonder, where is my power in this? If I can't control other people and I can't control the environment and I can't control that I'm affected, what do I have control of? Even if right now I'm really confused about where my power is in this situation, I deeply and completely accept myself. I wonder, in my past, did I learn somehow that I was weak because I'm affected by other people? Was I taught that I was wrong for having emotions? Was I taught that I needed to change who I was because of how things worked out in an interaction with someone else? What if the truth of my power is in allowing myself to be who I am and acknowledging that person and supporting that person and loving that person, even if that person, who is me, gets scared, gets angry, gets nervous, doesn't know what to say, even if I can see on the face of the other person I'm not getting the outcome I was hoping for, even if I get embarrassed, or any other scenario or emotion that I could possibly think of that's not ideal as an outcome. What if my safety in this scenario, where I don't have control of many aspects of it, what if my safety is with me? where I can say, oh my gosh, that was so embarrassing, but it's okay. I still love you. That's going to burn hot for a minute, but it's okay because I still love you. Or, yeah, I really am upset. And it's okay that I'm upset. Maybe I love that I'm upset because it shows my passion, it shows my principles, and maybe it's okay that I have emotions about something. And whether or not I'm able to rectify how any of this works between myself and another person, at the very least, isn't it true that I can allow myself to feel better with myself? Allowing myself to be loved. Allowing myself to be good enough, even if I'm flawed, even if I'm emotional. Maybe I choose to love my emotions. Maybe I choose to love my drama, like dramatics, not like causing problems. Maybe I choose to love that I care so much, even though right now it might be causing me to be awkward or get stumbly when I try to interact. I don't know if this for me to find my people and to be less affected by those who are not my people. If I am surrounded in my own energy of knowing that I'm safe with me. And as there were so many messages that came in. I was worried that the feed dropped or something. As I allow myself to continue to seek these principles out in my social interactions, I deeply and completely accept myself. Pause tapping and take a deep breath. Now take a moment and think back to what you first chose and how you felt when you chose it, and compare that to how you feel now. And if you feel more relaxed, if it feels smaller, if it feels less important, there's more distance between it, you feel better. You feel more grounded, more loved, more seen, more validated. If you were yawning, smiling, laughing, crying, coughing, those are all good signs that you shifted an old pattern in your subconscious brain. And your brain said, yeah, no, I like this better. Let's run with this one. So good job and congratulations. All right, I saw a ton of messages come in. So I'm going to come over here and we'll do one last little tap. Okay. Traumatic programming. Side. Thank you. Sorry, trying to find where I left off reading. I'm glad that helped, John. And okay. Oh, Craig, you did say that my video froze. Okay. Circling my cheekbone. I don't know what that means. Oh, the little symbol. Is that what you meant? Like the glitch? Sorry. It shouldn't be glitched in the recording. So whatever chunk you missed, because I know for me, I would be like, I can't leave it. As soon as the live ends, this is uploaded automatically to the playlist section of Tapping Tuesday on our YouTube page. And you can, fast forward to this point and get that middle part. I'm so sorry that happened. Oh, thank you. Lighter. Oh, you love bipolar? Isn't it so fun? Goosebumps. I love puns. Oh my gosh. Like the cheesier the pun, the better. Lower rating. Good, good. Lots of yawns. What if it's me to love to be a kinder, nicer person? Like loving yourself. Zahra, I'm not sure I understand what your question is. Probably email me because we're out of here in like 2 minutes. But I'm invested in assisting you in that clarity. So please do email me. Which I never said. My email was at the top. Is at the top of the chat, and if it's not something that you can see visually, it is amanda@eftuniverse.com. I apologize. I usually say that at the beginning, and I forgot today. Okay, yay! I'm glad. Lots of positive with that. Let's do a quick closing tap. I'll just leave it at that. Let's start tapping. We might go a minute or two over. I'm going to tap here. As this tapping session comes to completion, even though I haven't tapped out everything, and I possibly had some realizations of other things that I now would also like to tap on, I allow myself to focus on what was affected today. I allow myself to focus on the really good feelings that I have right now that I didn't have an hour ago. I allow myself to really give my focus and attention and energy to these beautiful releases, to this wonderful positive energy that I have received from my own effort, from my own brain. Thank you, brain. I allow myself to receive the support and the love and encouragement that I have from my community. Thank you, community. And as I go throughout the rest of my day today and throughout the rest of this week, I allow these feelings to remain my focus and to continue to receive energy so that they can really be grounded and integrate as a part of who I now get to be. And I allow myself to feel really, really good about it. And I deeply and completely accept myself. Okay, pause and take a deep breath. That's so wonderful. Thank you so much for being here with me today. I really enjoy my time with you. And thank you for all of the comments and interactions. I really care so much. And whether or not you comment, it matters that you're here. So just know that I feel you, I love you, I care about you, and I hope you have the best week. I hope that I get to see you back here next Tuesday. Mwah! Take care. I'll see you.